Greetings and hello to you. Yes, you, the person watching this video. Today I aim to answer one simple question. Can you catch all 151 Pokemon in one solitary game of Pokemon Blue? Now you might be spluttering on your coffee and saying, you can't, it's impossible, and you're a madman for trying. Think of the starters you can't get, or the trade evolutions. Even the version exclusives are lost to time for a person such as yourself. And you raise an excellent point, my good friend. However, I may have a couple of tricks up my sleeve to facilitate this endgame goal. Now let's dig our teeth in. Okay, so first we've got to pick our starter. It's not super important which one we take, since we're going to come back and get the other two later. But for now, easy access to Surf is our priority. It will help out later, so we're going to pick the worst, most awful one, Squirtle. Next, we're going to quickly grab Oak's parcel so that we can get some Poke-E accent balls and start catching everything we see. I've delivered the parcel now so I can play the game properly. This first section is going to be pretty normal, nothing fancy yet. We're just going to catch the Pokemon we don't have. Speaking of, hello there, Mr. Rat. Would you like to get in my Poke-E accent? Where are my Pokeballs? Do I not get given Pokeballs? Where would I get Pokeballs for free? Hello there, Mr. Coffee. If I let you teach me how to catch Pokemon, will you give me balls? Yes, he has 50 of them. Perfect. Hold up, wait. Where are the balls? What happened to the quality of life I've come to expect from the best games in the series, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? He didn't even use up his Pokeball from the last time. He has an infinite supply of balls and won't share. Fine, I'll buy some myself. I'm not saying we should redistribute the wealth in Kanto, but some people should definitely pay more in taxes. What we want to do at this point is just speed through the game, catching all the Pokemon we have that are available to us. So Rattata, Pidgey, Nidoran, Spearow, other Nidoran, Caterpie, Pikachu and Weedle are all before Brock. After Brock gets defeated, since he's a pushover and his Onix drowns or something, we can progress to the next area and catch even more Pokemon, like Jigglypuff, Magikarp, Paras, Geodude, Zubat, Clefairy, Omanyte, Sandshrew. Now the reason why I'm picking Omanyte over Kabuto is because this playthrough is about to get real chaotic and we need Lord Helix to take the wheel. Finally, we're at Cerulean City, which means we're almost in position to completely cheese the game. What we want to do first is head north to Route 24, brushing past the trainers on the bridge and completely ignoring our rival battle. What we need right now is a Bellsprout, which we're going to evolve so that it has Sleep Powder and that it can outspeed an Abra. Now you probably already know where I'm going with this, but with a Weeping Bell, we can easily catch an Abra who will just be our absolute best friend for the coming battles ahead. Now that we have access to teleport with our brand new Keymaster, wouldn't it be a shame if there were some way to mess with the game in a completely unintended manner, just because I have one little boy in my party who can't even attack? What I've done here is I've entered the aggro range of a long-range trainer that was off-screen at the same time as I opened my menu. So from here I'm going to just teleport back to Cerulean City, make my way back up to Route 25 and pick a fight with this particular trainer. Keep in mind, if I don't aggro him from long range, the game will recognize I've done something stupid and crash. This trainer has a level 17 Slowpoke with a special stat of 21, which is important for what we want to do. If you do miss this opportunity, then don't worry, exploits get more exploitory the deeper we go. Anyway, after beating this trainer, don't move and just teleport back to Cerulean City. Wait, I don't have any Pokeballs for this next part. I need Pokeballs. If you're doing this at home, don't deviate like me, get your Pokeballs first. Anyway, Pokeballs go back towards Route 24, and oh dear, I'm just walking on a bridge, and the game appears to be picking a fight with me. I wonder what it is. Oh my gosh, it's a Mew. How fantastic. One gym badge down, and I've already got the rarest Pokemon in the game asking to be caught, and it's not even in the game. Wowee. So let me explain how this exploit works. Long-range trainers in this game spawn facing southward for a single frame, allowing you to trigger a battle script at the exact same time you open a menu if you're loading an NPC onto the screen. You must then battle another long-range trainer to complete the loop. It has to be a distance trainer since your interaction buttons won't work and you need to activate aggro from a distance, because a core part of the glitch is that the NPC needs to start walking towards you. Walking into the tile in front of a trainer is a great way to crash the game. Trust me, I know things. After the trainer is battled, you simply want to fly to a neutral city. If you want to be more specific with which Pokemon appears, you can fight specific Pokemon to produce specific values. The specific values for the glitched encounter are based on the special stat of the last Pokemon you defeated, matched to the same number in the roster index. For example, a level 17 Slowpoke has a special stat of 21. Matched to the index roster, the 21st value represents Mew, so a glitched encounter with Mew spawns when you enter the map with a first long-range trainer. Oh look, our good friend from earlier can be recycled to start this glitch all over again with all the other trainers on this route. And before you can say version exclusive, a level 13 Oddish has given us a cipher. Perfect! After beating Misty and picking up the SS Anne ticket, our next stop is Vermilion City, a fantastic area with 2 routes of trainers to exploit. First, we'll grab a Meowth, Diglett, and Drowsy since they are readily available now, but then it is straight on to the exploit. The bulk of trainers we're going to flex menacingly towards are on Route 11, however there is one noteworthy trainer on Route 6, the Butterfree trainer. Can summon a Chansey, which is very helpful. Thank you, Bugcatcher, very cool. So let's break this down. On Route 11, the first trainer can summon a Ghastly, it's not that great. The next trainer produces a Shelder. If you don't want to wait for a Super Rod, that is awesome. After that, this Gambler produces an Onix. This Engineer summons a Drowsy, absolutely super. This Youngster produces a Staryu, just like Shelder, it is a pretty decent skip. The Gambler here is pretty useful, he produces a Growlithe, yet another version exclusive that's not in blue, which is absolutely fantastic. The Engineer over here produces a Magmar for any yellow or red players. I've got my eye out for you, my friends. And this Gambler at the end produces a Mr. Mime, which will negate the trade for it later. This Youngster at the end gives you a Tentacle, which is pretty cool. Now, there is one last trainer on this route that we can exploit. However, instead of creating a Pokemon encounter, he's going to create something entirely different. A Missing No. I'm going to run away from this one and not interact with it. If you encounter a Missing No, it duplicates the 6th item in your inventory 128 times. So let's just double check what I left lying there. Oh look, 129 nuggets. Yes, that's how things should be. Now I'm not going to bulk sell these as the shops have a max selling price. But yes, we can always encounter Missing No again. And this is the amount of money I should have at this point in the game. Fantastic. Skipping the boring stuff like Lieutenant Surge and the SS Anne, I've picked up Cut and Flash to progress towards Rock Tunnel, as there are yet more trainers to encounter and exploit. Now, getting the exploit to work at this point in the game needs a little stretching on our part. You can't encounter the second trainer of the glitch on the same route as the first trainer. How are we going to get this to work here? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Route 14, where we can recycle the same trainer as before to initiate the exploit. However, to bypass the cut tree, we're going to teleport to the Rock Tunnel Poké Center instead. We have a couple of cool options open to us on this route. The hikers all produce Arcanines, the junior trainer produces Lapras, but best of all, the Spearow on this route, the Wild Spearow, can produce Gengar, Rhyhorn, and Nidoqueen. If you aren't keen on duping Moonstones, then this bypasses your need for an extra one. Speaking of duplicating Moonstones, this one trainer outside of Rock Tunnel is just perfect for another Missing No encounter. Wait a second, I was supposed to be duplicating Moonstones, not rare candies. This is quite unfortunate. What am I supposed to do with all of these rare candies? I don't think I actually have any Moonstones. My mistake, sorry. Upon exiting Rock Tunnel, we get a whole lot more to exploit. However, the only worthwhile trainer is the girl with the Pidgeotto next to the cave entrance, since she can produce a pincer, which is good for anyone playing red or yellow right now. Moving on towards Celadon, I decide to grab the Eevee and just do some basic plot stuff around town, pick up Fly and the badge so that Dux can work off all his Christmas weight. We can finally ditch that nerd Keymaster as well. Also, since we just have so much money and I hear I can trade that money for Rocket Bucks, I was thinking we should just buy as many Rocket Bucks as we can and see what happens. Oh cool, a Dratini and a Porygon. It must be my double birthday. Now, the teleport glitch we've been using so far is starting to get a bit drab, a bit too predictable. Most low-level Pokemon have similar stats after all, so it's not that useful anymore. So what we're going to do here is, once we've skipped past Snorlax, we're going to head straight to Fuchsia City, get Surf, and battle as few trainers as possible, since we might need them later. Now that all the boring stuff is out of the way, let's duplicate some Master Balls. Oh hey, the Snorlax I caught on my way to Fuchsia City has exactly 50 in Special, which means if we start the glitch then have the last Pokemon we defeat be a Ditto transformed into our 50 Special Boy, then Missing No will spawn and bestow us with a bountiful bounty. And oh my yes, I've used it to duplicate a few Master Balls here and also a few rare candies. Fantastic. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've got all the HMs, all the routes, all the Master Balls, and all the rare candies, so let's fill the Pokedex up the best we can with what we've got. Like, for example, in this here Safari Zone. Darn, I didn't find anything new. Oh well. I do have my fossils to defossilize, but before doing that I'm just gonna dip my feet in the water. Oh look, a Kangaskhan out of its natural habitat and in Master Ball territory. Now the way this glitch works is that the game recognizes tiles weirdly. By entering Cinnabar Island from the Safari Zone without entering any maps with tall grass, the game is convinced that what constitutes as tall grass in the Safari Zone is the same here. On its own, this is useless information. However, the shore tiles on the east side of the island register both as water tiles and, more importantly, as tall grass tiles, thus allowing us to catch Safari Zone Pokemon all regular-like. Okay, now we only have a few Pokemon left to catch. A couple of them are legendaries, which we can leave for later, but a lot of them are version exclusives or starters or other unattainable soldiers. So how can we possibly get these unobtainable Pokemon to fill our decks? We are simply going to use the long-range trainer Ditto glitch with our good friend Plotscrew here, who we're going to engineer to have the exact special stat we need to encounter everything. The Pokemon we've got left to nab in order of their special stat are 44 Hitmonchan, 49 Golem, 53 Electabuzz, 57 Mankey, 90 Kabuto, 103 to 105 the Eeveelutions, 108 Ekans, 126 Machamp, 149 Alakazam, 153 Bulbasaur, 176 Charmander, and 185 Oddish. Wowee! That's all of them. Just Moltres and Mewtwo left to catch. Time to actually play the game. Here's our team. We have a level 100 Beedrill, Omastar, Kabutops, Farfetch'd and Dragonite. We also have a level 89 Chansey sticking around for moral support. This is exactly what the devs of the game intended you to have when fighting Sabrina. Blink and you'll miss it, we're at the champion fight, caught Moltres, and now that we've beaten the game, we can catch Mewtwo and finish the Pokedex. Fantastic! Now, we have plenty of Master Balls, so we just need to head into the cave, find him, and catch him, and oh no, we're too late. Domocracy has betrayed us, killing Mewtwo, and I don't have any more trainers to exploit for the glitch. I guess it really is impossible to catch all 151 Pokemon in this game, regardless of whether you're cheating or not. Wait, maybe I can fix this through mad science. Not bring Mewtwo back, of course. He's gone forever. But take revenge on the person who sent me out on this quest to begin with. Egg Boy, what's your special stat? 226, perfect. Hey, Professor Oak. Remember that mission you've been sending me on for 20-odd years? Well, I've got a mission for you too. At the end of the day, I think we've learned something from this whole experience. Don't waste your life playing video games.